you work for this license and you deserve respect. And that's that on that. Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. And your girl is always crusting the lip, so we're gonna pull over to this one. Yeah, like this traffic just to go 2 exits is just too much. And today we're gonna be talking about all the things that I learned in my 6 months being a realtor, and not just like the regular stuff. Like, we're really gonna get down into the nitty-gritty. And this video is not gonna be a 5-10 minute video, but I really want you guys to understand that I'm coming from a place of realness, and this is all respect to the new agents, because y'all gotta really know how tough it is out here. It's rough, it's tough, it ain't easy, okay? So usually I don't write my stuff down, but today I wrote it down. I didn't write it in my notebook because my notebook is in the office. But anyways, let's get started. So my name is Jazzy the Realtor, and I've officially been an agent for about 6 months. And you guys seem to like the last video I did, my 90 days being an agent and then my 6 months being an agent. So I thought I could give a few tips and tricks on the things that I have learned along the way, because y'all, okay? So number one, when I came into the industry officially, and if you guys don't know, my mom has been in the industry for about 40 years now, blah, 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 blah. So I knew about how to sell a house. I knew about real estate. I understand that it's not easy. I get all that stuff, okay? But we're talking about me and officially being an agent. So when I came in, I had quit my job in the end of October last year. And I was living off of like my savings and the money I had. But if you know me, you know I'm a gamble. You know I'm gonna spend that money. You know I'm gonna have a good time. So eventually my savings was depleted. I then was working with my mom. She sold a house, so I got a little bit of money from that. That money went. Some more money came and that money went. Long story short, I was broke, right? And when I officially came in and started to be, before I was an agent, I was working as a transactional coordinator. Not even, that's what I was hired for, but I became the inside sales associate. Basically, I would just answer the phone and say, hey, my name is Jasmine. Do you want to buy a house? Yes or no? And then if they say yes, I would connect them with another agent. So when I would come into the office, mind you, COVID just finished. So I got big. Like, the girl gained weight. So none of my professional clothes fit. So I was just rough. Like, I was rough every day. I couldn't get my new wigs. Like, it just wasn't me. Like, I was just having a rough time being me. So like, I was very insecure. I was working for Coldwell Banker in a nice office. Like, it was just like, I was just felt so out of place. And like, I've never felt that I could ever, never in my life have I been in a position where I felt so low and so little and so small, but I had so much to give, right? Like, that has never been me. And it was so hard for me to kind of sit with myself and be humble and just take it for what it was until I could move up the ladder. But it was self-doubt. It hurt. I was sad. I just felt insecure. Like, I just felt like my old life felt so shiny. You know, like, my old life felt so easy and so shiny, and I was like, dang, like, was it right for me to leave the job that I had? Because I was cool. Like, I was working on salary. Like, I was fine. It wasn't the best money in the world, but I had health insurance. Like, everything was cool. So me moving from that job, being so secure and so stable, to now this, it was rough. So I would say that's number one. Like, I didn't know that I would be so insecure and so frustrated with myself, with my progress. Who cares? Okay, anyways, next. Number two, never let anybody play you, because people in this industry really be trying to just kiki. Like, kiki in your face and then talk about you no. At the door. Like, no. Make sure that anytime somebody tells you something, you take it with a grain of salt, you hear them out. But it's like, people always trying to tell you how to do your job, how you should do better, what's right, what's wrong. They input, trying to get you off track. Like, everybody has an opinion, and people are jealous. People are envious. That's just people, especially in the real estate world, because when they don't got that check, they're looking at you because they want your check. So make sure you keep your Stay focused. Lenders try to talk to you crazy. Attorneys will try to talk to you crazy. People really try to talk to you. Even your clients, they be trying to talk to you crazy. And it's like, who are you talking to? So make sure you always, you 10 toes down. But I'm being for real. Be 10 toes down. And make sure that nobody tries to play you. Because at the end of the day, you work for this license and you deserve respect. And that's that on that. Number 3, lenders need you. Like, literally, lenders will pay for your lunch. There's so many events you could go to based just on lenders. Like, lenders need your service so that they're able to do their job. Like, we need clients. The lenders need us to then be able to do their job. So what I've learned is that we are at the top of the totem pole, because I'm also a notary, which is like the bottom of the totem pole. And what I learned is basically like that agents are at the top, then the lenders, then the attorneys, then the building inspectors, and then like the appraisers and all that, and then like the notary. And not saying that there's not other things that are entwined and all that, but I'm just saying like that's just kind of like what I learned. So agents is really what's up. Like, we get paid the most out of the check, other than the seller that's selling their house. Like, we get the top dollar in the transaction. So don't let a lender try to bully you around and let them tell you what they want from you and what they need from you and this and that. 'Cause at the end of the day, without you, they don't got a check. So let them know. Next, always call an agent before you put in an offer. If you are putting in an offer, before you do anything, you should call the agent and say, hey, my client loves this property. We have to buy this property. We are it. We are number one. And what is it going to take for us to get this offer accepted? And when you put the offer in, make sure, well, this is what I do. Well, okay, so when you put the offer in, make sure that you text them and let the agent know, hey, I put the offer in your email. Make sure you write, please reply to this email so I know that you got it. So you make sure you're watching out over your back, because you know they like to play. But also, what I like to do when I've learned is like this 48-hour, they have like 48 hours to make a decision, or at least reply to us with the counter offer, a yes or a no. And that's not for everybody, and that's kind of going hardball, but that's what I do, especially when I go over asking. That's what I do. I typically get it. Doesn't mean my client always wants the property after I get it for them, but it typically works for me. In that, I don't know, it depends on where you live, but what I do is, instead of doing a earnest money deposit, I make sure that my clients just bring all their money at contract. And some agents don't like that, and if they tell me, oh, we need an earnest money deposit, which is typically 1% of the purchase price, we'll do it. But I just like my clients to pay at contract, because let's say they get a building inspection, they don't like the property, we're not going to contract. So there was no point in me getting a check from my client, and there was no point. So that's something that I do, and if you want to spin off on that, you can, and I can make a video on how I do that, or I can make a video on how I get offers accepted. If you guys want to see that, comment that below, because I have no problem doing a video on that. What is next? Interview your clients. You have to interview your clients. The thing is that you need business, but they also need help. And I'm just not gonna work with anybody. Like, just because it's like, oh, there's a lead, oh, there's somebody. No. Like, my time is valuable. So when I talk to you on the phone, I know what's up. Hi, how are you? My name is Jasmine. What's your name? I'm an agent. I'm here to help you. Are you actually ready to buy a house? And usually right there, then you know. For me, at least, I know. They're like, yes, I need to move. I have 2 months. I'm like, boom. And then you go into asking them questions like, how much money do you have saved? Where's your money saved? Is it in a 401k? Is it in stocks? Where's your money? Is it in a savings account? Is it cash? Because if you have money cash, you have to slowly put your money into an account every month until the full amount is there. You need to ask them, do they have a spouse? Did they agree on what kind of property they want to buy? Is it a single family? Is it a townhouse? Is it a multifamily? Do they just want to buy land? Are they potentially going to be moving out of state? You have to ask all these questions. How long have they worked at their job? How much do they make? Like, if you're not asking your clients all these questions ahead of time, then how are you going to know if you actually want to work with them? Because I'm not working with no clients that don't got all their stuff together. You don't got no money in your savings. And even if you got a little bit, you don't got a lot, that's cool. But if if I'm asking you what you want to buy, you don't have no idea what you're trying to do, that's the issue. And if I want to work with you, we're going to figure that out on this call, on call number 1. That's a 30-minute call, and we're going to get everything done. And that's how I work. And my thing is, I'm dedicated to you, but you got to be dedicated to me. And that's what I do. But everybody different, right? Okay. Next. Don't show every day. One thing about me is I'm never gonna show every day. Just because you told me you want to see a property Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, I'm not going all them days. You could pick one of them days, and most likely, let's say if it's not in the town that I live in, it's in the town over. If I already have showings in that town over on that day, I'm gonna let you know I will be there on that day. So you can pick any time on that day to go, but I'm telling you when I'm gonna be there, and you have a choice to show up or not. But I'm not gonna just be going around town over here, 45 minutes over there. No, because gas is expensive, and it's also my time, right? Because at the end of the day, I don't get paid until we close. So you have to regulate and figure out, okay, who am I gonna put my energy into and who am I not? And if you are gonna put your energy into somebody, they have to also respect you and your time. That's on period. Don't just be a realtor. And this is something that I've been dabbling with, like my heartstrings. So my mom, she did real estate full time, and she was also like in human services, social worker, And I have a degree in sociology. So I have the experience to go get another job. And I'm not gonna get into all of that, but all I'm basically just saying is that keep your options open. Life is bigger than just being a realtor. What I've learned is that all the other things that you do around being a realtor pushes you forward with your real estate career. Like if you're an agent, but you also do a little bit of, let's say I do YouTube on the side, and I do this on the side, and I do this on the side. Those all kind of come together in circle, and then they help your business as a whole. So like for example, I want to go back to school for my MBA. That's what I want to do. I want to learn more about finance. I want to broaden my spectrum. And some people think that you should just focus on one thing, and I'm a person that I feel like I can focus on a lot of things. So everybody's different, but that's just my opinion on that. Understand who you are as an agent, because you have to be self-aware that everybody's not gonna like you for you, and everybody's not gonna hate you for you. But you have to figure out what are your strengths and what are your weaknesses, and how do you come off to other people. Like, I know that I'm a caregiver. Like, I know that I'm supportive, I'm loving, I'm your it person. Like, I know that that's the agent that I am. Like, I'm very personable with my clients, and that allows me to really get to know them and get to know exactly what they really want. Right? Because you can show a client a million houses, but if they don't trust you and they don't like you, they're never gonna buy with you. They're just gonna be using you, your time, and your services. So I wrote down a few things that I know about myself. So my strengths, I think I'm a critical thinker. I think big. I don't forget things about my clients. And I always put my clients first. And that's something that I always say. I am a dedicated agent. That's just who I am. That's what it's always gonna be. What's wrong about me is that I'm always late, and I know it, and that's just what it is. Like, I'm always show up for you, but I'm always gonna be 5 to 10 minutes late, and that's what it is. If it takes me being behind you on whatever it is, and I'm just 5 to 10 minutes late every time, my clients don't mind. But I tell them up front, like, I got you. I will always answer your phone calls, but most likely I'm doing something else, and when I come to you, I'm gonna be 5 to 10 minutes late, and that's just what it is. So that's my negative. What did I even read? I don't even know what this says. Okay, next. I don't like to talk too much, especially, and it's not my clients. If you're in the business with me and you're on my team or whatever it is, or you're somebody that's in my circle, or just somebody that has to do with the transaction, it's like, stop talking so much. Like, what do you need? Yes or no? want me to send it to you? Cool. Like, don't be on the phone with me for 10-15 minutes talking about nothing and talking in circles and circles and circles and circles. I hate that. And then those people who try to like think that they smart, think they know what they talking about, when I'm literally trying to tell you what you're trying to say and you don't even want to hear me out. It's just like, you sound dumb, I gotta go click. Like, that's just who I am. Like, I don't like people that would just be talking to talk. Out, gotta go. And then lastly, I hate meetings, like especially meetings that are not informative, meetings that are just, okay, let's just talk. I hate those type of meetings. If you're gonna have me in a meeting, let it be something of substance, let it be something that I've never heard before, and let it be something where it's like I can contribute. But if I'm just sitting there and you lollygagging, kiki talking, that's just not for me. I ran a team of 21, and I know what it is to have to come with a plan every single week, something new to talk about. And if that's something that you can't bring to the table, it's just like, I'm out. Next, make sure you change over your utilities when you're about to close, because I've had a few instances where like my clients have told me that they change over their utilities, but they weren't completely changed over, and that's not completely my thing. I know I have to inform them, but it's really on the attorney. I think it's like a twofer. Like, I don't know, I think we both do it. But long story short, make sure you tell your clients to change over their utilities and make sure it's done. And the last thing would be, your team is everything, okay? So this is your team. You, your attorney, your lender. I don't want to say your building inspector, because you could typically have a few on call. But those are your people. And then if you're on a team, then like the transactional coordinator, assistant, or whoever. Those are the people on your team. And you need to make sure that everybody is always in the loop. Inspector, no, but you just need an inspector. Everybody should be knowing what's going on at all times. Your job as the agent, you're the glue. You keep everything as one. You make sure that the deal goes through. That's literally your job. You just make sure that the deal goes through, because everybody else has other clients, and your job is to get that freaking house sold for your client. You have to, your job now, that focus is that client getting that house, right? So in order to do that, you have to make sure that you're the glue, because a lender could have 18, 19 other clients where they're trying to get them pre-approvals and get other loans approved. No, they need to focus on you. And something that I've had to learn is that every lender is not great, and every lender is not going to work well with you. Also, every attorney is not going to work well with you. They're not going to mesh with you. And you have to find people that you genuinely like and that you work well with. But like legally, you can only you can send your clients a few people that you like to work with, and then you just can say, hey, this is the person I prefer to work with and I recommend them. But you have to send them a few, right? And in those few, you have to make sure that you know them, you mesh well with them, and that they mesh well with your working style. If you don't do that, I don't know, because I'm be trying to have the smoothest transactions as possible. And in order for me to do that, I have to work hard for the people that I'm working with that's on my team, so that they understand that I'm easy to work with. What can I do to make y'all lives easier? And they're gonna do vice versa. They know, call me, pick up the phone. You don't need to email me all the time. Be on it, answer your phone. Like, those are the things that are big about me. And whatever you need from me, I will give you. But those are my biggest things. Your team is everything. And without a team, you ain't got nothing. You're gonna have a headache every single day. Because you're going to be working with a whole bunch of new lenders, whole bunch of new this. And you know, it's going to be working with different people at a time. And that's not always bad. But your goal is to be able to have people that make your job easier. Because being an agent, as you know, it ain't all that easy. So I hope you guys enjoyed. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And put some stuff in the comments. Like, what do y'all want to see? What do y'all want to hear? Like, nobody's giving me nothing. Tell me some things that you want to know about real estate and some videos that you would like to see. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I want you guys to have a great rest of your day or a great rest of your night. Like, comment, and subscribe. Your dedicated agent, Jazzy, out. Peace.